Morning. I'm not showing you myself because I'm not wearing a shirt, not because I'm angry or whatever. And if you know me well enough, you know that I was not angry yesterday as well. It was just my duty to lecture you all. That is something you must understand. I work without emotions, except for love. And sometimes love needs to be harsh in order for you to understand that some things need to be done for your own good. Now, this is how things stand. The solution has been found. And I thank you all for playing the game and giving me the time to find the solution as I had requested you to do a few years back. And the solution is quite simple. We're just doing an adjustment on Hanuman. And the adjustment has already started, and I've seen the worlds that have been, where the adjustment has been done, become stable. The instability is gone, so it's good. But that does not mean that the entire universe is healed yet, because time works in a way that you all do not understand fully. It will take time for it to trickle down and trickle up to us from all directions. And until then, we need to keep this world and the world above us and the world below ours on the track that it is already in. Plus, another thing is that the solution will not work in this world because this world is under my karma. I'm, well, how to put it? My karma decides all. And even if Hanuman changes his karma and changes his story in this world, to where the adjustment was made, it will not change in mine, you understand? So, because my linga as Shiva is a rock, you can't do any adjustment to a rock. So, here and the world above and the world below ours, it will still remain on the track. We will still go towards a kingdom, and the queens will rule on my behalf, and things will be put, you'll be brought into supreme knowledge, into truth. You'll be able to liberate yourselves, and then you can decide whether you want to return to the source, you want to remain in this world and become a warrior of God, and then you'll be further trained until you attain godhood as well. When I say you will attain godhood, it does not mean you become the supreme power. You understand? You'll have the ability to control one aspect of reality. Like I made Jurgen Klopp for a while the god of football results. Not the god of football, just the football results, only that part. And even that part, it was such a pressure for him on deciding what to do. Understand? So it comes with responsibility. So you will take control of one particular aspect of it. You will have full control of it with the understanding that God Himself has control over you. Understand? And the only way for you to get there is by surrender. So now, to reduce the chaos in your minds and all that, I'll suggest that first thing you do, you surrender to the queens, to the 5 queens that I have decided, and as well as the queens that you all have chosen for your own country or your nation or your state or your tribe or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. And it is the job of those queens to accept me as their king. That's it. When I say they accept me as their king, doesn't mean they accept me as their husband. Ideally, they should accept me as their father, just as all of you should have. You should accept me as the father. You understand? Not as boss, not as king, but as father. The true father of everything. Understand? So that will make you understand why I'm harsh when I need to be. Because the father has to punish, isn't it? The mother can spoil you, but the father has to step in once in a while and tell you, no, 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 this has gone too far. Correct or not? So you will get the coronation done. I know all of you have surrendered in principle. You just can't bring it out into the open yet because you've been held back. Now you're free, and you realize that you don't have to do much. It's already there. You're mentally ready. Your insides are ready. You just need to bring your actions outside to into the same direction. It's quite simple, isn't it? Isn't this what I told you? That if you let God do the introduction, you will just realize that one day, yes, God is there sitting on his throne and taking care of everything. And the world did not go into religious turmoil. In fact, it became united through religion, through understanding that all of you in the end prayed to the same principle. Isn't that nice? So Make sure you do what you have to do and follow the instructions, pay the fines and all that. Because you see, the karma still has to be repaired. Like, remember what I told you? This world and the world above and the world below are still bound by the karma of Shiva. And that's the reason for it. Because we have to hold the solution in place. So it has time to work through the entire universe. What else do I need to tell you? Oh yes, I have 999 shadow forms of mine together with 999 of roses to help you all get things organized. You know, some people will have last minute doubts and misgivings, and they will keep the peace and smack them around if need to, so you don't have to kill them. Those that have already reaped, I'll bring them back after the coronation. Actually, when I wear the crown, they'll come back, so it's no big deal. Even if you had cremated the bodies and all that, makes no difference. We can bring them back. As for the threat, yes, the threat still remains, but and we will still raise the army. Why? I will tell you all once you all are ready. But I will tell you one piece of good news. The world, our world, and the world above us and the world below us will merge into one. So your time strings will automatically increase by 3 times. So if you are a 14 now, you will multiply by 3. If you are more than 14, you will multiply by 3. If you're less than 14, you will multiply by 3. Why we will do this is because we are going to give all of your characters and the children that are going to be born, the babies that are going to be born, the time strings needed to attain godhood from start. You understand? So we will lay down the framework inside of you to achieve what we want you to achieve. That means not only will you become rishis, that means liberated beings, you will have the avenue to become devas and devis within you. It's up to you whether you want to accept it or return to the source. Understand me? So the souls in these 3 worlds will merge as one, and we will increase our number. The size of the world will increase, and stability will increase. The power will increase. Everything will increase, and it will become paradise in ways you cannot imagine right now. If you look at the world above right now, it will look like an alien world. If you look at the world below, it will look like they are fire beings. They're living in fire. But if you go to that world below or the world above, and you're there in a form that is actually, in a chariot that is made for that world, you'll realize that it looks quite similar to ours. The objects might not be the same, the buildings and the names will be different, but in appearance, it will appear like our world. That's the magic of this world. That's the magic of every world. You understand? So everything else that has been told to you stands. My lecture yesterday still stands as well. So what I want you to understand is everything is done out of love. There is no such thing as God is acting without love or with love. God can only act with love. But that love is not a soft type, you understand? That love is not a soft type. It's a firm type. It's a love that is bound by duty. So I know there are still, okay, this is how you test if somebody has not surrendered yet. If the trees still appear blue to them, that means the leaves are appearing blue. That means they have not surrendered. That's it. That's a test. If it appears green to you as normal as before, then that means your surrender is accepted. It has crossed the midpoint. That means it has gone far enough. Maybe it's not complete yet, but it's gone far enough for you to be considered as a child of God. For those in whom the leaves still appear blue, your surrender has not crossed the 50% mark yet. That's it. Once you cross over 50%, we will take care of the rest. So get the coronation done. You can do it here. You can do it anywhere. You can do it in KL. You can do it in Bangkok. You can do it in Singapore. You can do it whenever, but do it fast. Okay, that's the most important thing. And 2 of the queens have to be in attendance. And no, they don't have to be here to take me there. So you can just come and pick me up and take me. And no, I don't need weed. I don't need ganja. Don't worry. But if you have, offer it. I love that stuff. What else? Do I have to tell you anything else? Oh yeah, as far as the mother is concerned, I've already told the instructions to Sundar. So basically, let the doctors do an assessment, do an interview. If they think that her mental state is flip-flopping into two states, then maybe she needs to be stabilized a bit. Maybe a little bit of rest and recuperation without her phone will help her get back to a even keel. If she's okay by her own strength, then it's fine. Then she can come home and she can continue being the mother. Anything else I need to tell you all? Yeah, girls, I love you all. I know what I said yesterday sounded a bit harsh, but I wouldn't have made you fall in love with me, and I wouldn't have expressed my love for you if I was going to be fake. Understand? I'm not fake. I'm never fake. What else? So you can keep things as they are in your country. That means whoever is your prime minister or whatever, you don't have to kill them or whatever. What is important is you accept the queen and you follow the queen's directive. If they don't follow, it's up to the queen to decide. If the queen says no, incarcerate them, put them in prison, then put them in prison. If the queen says take their lives, take their lives. It's up to her. You understand? It's not up to you or to me. Let the queen decide. And some are worried that your queens are not ready. Have the faith. If you believe that your queen is not ready, then your queen won't be ready for you. If you believe that your queen, whoever you have chosen, is ready, then she's ready. It's in your perception. You understand me or not? You have to move on with full faith. Not just in me. Not just in me as you see me, but in everything that has been put in place for you. The plan itself, your deliverance, your liberation, your direction towards a much, much, much better life than what you have had before. Accept that as being true. Don't doubt it. Don't doubt any part of the plan. If I say it's supposed to be done, just follow. Unless you think you're smarter than God. If you think you're smarter than God, something is still wrong with you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So whenever doubt comes, surrender it to me. If sadness comes, surrender it to me. If you feel hatred towards your fellow men and it comes because of your preconditioning, surrender it to me. Your fears, surrender it to me. Your ignorance, surrender it to me. Surrender everything that you do not need to me. Whether the thing is something in your mind or whether it's something in your world, whatever, just surrender it to me. There's something around you that you don't like. You look at it and say, God, I don't like this. I surrender it to you. I surrender it to me. It won't disappear straight away, but it will become something that we'll work on. And remember, the prayer that I want you to use is simple. To coordinate your work is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim or Jai Shri Ram. For you to be happy, it's this. Lord, thank you for everything. Please keep me happy. You understand? This is real Islam. It's as easy as we can make it. Nothing for you to memorize except for these couple of lines. This is real religion. This is real guidance from God. We make it as easy as possible for you. We don't make it difficult. It is ignorance which has made it difficult for you. Okay? So proceed with the plans. Do the coronation on time. Like I said, the lecture yesterday still stands. For example, in a country where the surrender has not crossed 50%, then yes, a bit of punishment has to happen. Isn't it? But once it's crossed 50%, like in Malaysia, then it will work quite fast. But like I said, let the queens decide. My warriors know what to do if the queen decides the wrong thing. Okay? Love you all. Get to work.